Hey guys, I'm Jessie Neeland of Remodel Fitness, and this is my ongoing Q&A series, Ask Jessie Neeland. Today's question is from Marissa. She writes, Hey Jessie, I have a question about exercise. All my friends really seem to love working out, and I follow a lot of fitness people who also seem to love to work out, and I just don't get it. I wish I liked it, and I've really tried to like it, I just don't. I guess I'm wondering how you got to like exercise, and if you always did, and if you have any advice for people like me who just don't seem to enjoy it. Yeah. Okay, so number one, I think a really important thing that nobody really talks about is that what I like about exercise is completely different than what somebody else likes about exercise. You know, we kind of just put things in this category of like fitness. But like what my friend likes about fitness, I hate. And what I love about fitness, she hates. She like friends who do CrossFit, or friends who go for long runs. Like what they like out of fitness or exercise is literally completely different than what I like about it. And yes, we both exercise, so it kind of looks like, maybe it's the same thing. And we both rave about it, like we both couldn't imagine our lives without it. We both feel so much better when we do it. We both consider it like a lifestyle, a non-negotiable, So in that way, from the outside, it might look like we're both doing the same thing or we both enjoy the same thing. And it might seem like there's one thing that you're missing that you don't get. But like, for example, the endurance athletes, they like to challenge themselves in a way that makes me so miserable. I go to such a dark emotional place when I try to do endurance stuff that, yeah, if I thought that was the same thing as like all fitness, and then I tried to go on like a long backpacking trip or run or something, I would never fucking work out again. I'd be like, oh my God, no, that's just not for me. That was horrible. I hated that. But that's not true. There's so many different types of ways you can move and so many different types of ways you can get exercise. And there's so many benefits and upsides and downsides to each. And you just have to pick and choose and find the ways that really resonate with you, that actually make you happy, that make you enjoy it at least, and then try to minimize the parts that are awful. So I'm thinking like a lot of my fitness friends who like my fitness brand friends online, I see their brands, I see what they're posting, and I'm always like, my God, you guys love to get sweaty. I don't love to get sweaty. I don't like getting my heart rate up. Like, I don't like doing any of that stuff. I like to be strong. I like to feel strong as hell. I like to lift like 2 to 3 reps, put my weight down, and then go on Instagram for 5 to 10 minutes and then repeat a handful of times and then go home. That's what I like. I mean, I do other stuff, because I'm like, I want to stay safe and I'm trying to be smart and responsible for my body. But like the stuff I really enjoy is not burpees. It's not a lot of stuff that I see my friends, kettlebell swings. No, I don't like that at all. So I guess the first thing I'm saying is just to know that there's so many categories of movement and exercise and fitness, and that each of us is responding to something different about them. It's not a blanket statement, even though we all tend to use similar language like I exercise because it feels good or whatever. The only reason we do that is because we don't have more specific language to use. It's like really hard to explain and put into words what we're getting out of something. It's also kind of embarrassing. Like, I wrote a blog post on this once, like lift weights, chase eternal glory. Like the reason I like to lift weights is kind of insane. Like I like it because it lets my imagination picture myself like a superhero. So that's something I like. That's part of the reason I lift, and that's not the same reason that a lot of other people lift, and that's totally okay. But anyway, so I guess another reason that it's important that you know that it's important that you can see those distinguishing categories and know that each person is completely unique and what the pleasure they're getting out of it is because when you have judgment, self-judgment, and self-criticism involved, then you can't enjoy anything. If you feel like you're doing something wrong and there is a right way to do it, you won't enjoy the way you're doing it at all. It's impossible. You'll have no fun. So in order to actually tap into what might feel good for you and what might be enjoyable, You absolutely have to let go of this idea that there's one right way to enjoy something, or that there's one thing that you're missing that we all have, because we don't all have it. We all have a million nuanced things, and you do too. You just haven't tapped into yet the ones that feel good for you. Because the truth is, our bodies are made to move. We were made to feel better when we move. So like, you're human. You're gonna find a way if you can remove that judgment, that criticism, and that feeling like everyone else knows something, but you don't know the thing, and you're just trying it, and you're like, I don't know, I didn't love that, but everyone else is like glowing after a soul cycle class or something. Like, hey, maybe that wasn't for you, but also maybe it would have been for you if you had felt so judgy of yourself, because judging yourself makes it really, really tough to enjoy it. I would say the same for yoga for me. Like, I like doing the yoga that I do. I just like copy poses from Instagram. But I like doing that because I'm doing it by myself. I like it because it makes me feel like I'm solving a puzzle, But that's not why most people do yoga. Most people do yoga to like connect to their bodies and breathe and like, have mental peace and quiet. Yeah, I don't do any of that. So great. I like yoga, but not the same way most of my other friends like yoga. It's completely different experiences. And I thought I hated yoga because I would go to these classes and everyone would just be like, Om, namaste. Like, God, that feels so beautiful. Do you feel that? I'm like, no, I don't feel that. I feel mad. Like, I feel like I suck at this. I hate this. So I guess what I'm saying is you can bring 360 degrees of yourself to whatever it is that you do, and allow that to be how it is. See how you like things, but remove this idea that there's one right way, or that we all know something you don't, or that there's something you're missing, because that's going to strip everything. It's going to strip the fun away from anything that you try, and you'll never find out that you actually might have liked something if you'd allowed yourself to do it in a way that felt good only for you. The other thing I was going to say is how I got into it is kind of a gateway drug. Was like dancing for me, was gateway movement. I'd never done anything athletic ever, and then I started dancing and I was like, oh shit, like, does everybody know how good it feels to move your body? Yeah, a lot of people did, but it was revolutionary for me. And then from there I found working out, and then since I wasn't dancing, it was like a replacement habit, and the habit is just, it's crucial for my happiness and for my life that I want. It feels so good to me to move on a regular basis and to challenge my body and to connect my brain to my body and to do these things that came from dance and now is involved in various forms of fitness. But nowadays, I could do anything. Like, I can go for a run. I could take a yoga class. Nowadays, I can do whatever because I found my in. I found my why. I found my gateway drug, my gateway exercise, And so I think it's, that's another thing is like right now, don't force yourself to do the things you don't want to do just because you think you're supposed to or whatever. Find the stuff that's a gateway for you. Like, if you love to feel sensual and, like sexy and easy and flowy, like, probably don't go lift weights. Go take a dance class, maybe take salsa or, or whatever. There's a million other ways that you could do it. Take a belly dancing class, go to Pilates, do whatever feels like it might align with what you'll enjoy. And odds are pretty good that you'll open that gateway a little bit more. And if you took that belly dancing class and then discovered like, that was cool, and I like Zumba, great, now you're in like more of a fitness world thing. Or maybe you took it and you were like, I want to up my endurance so that I can go for longer performances or whatever. Now you might want to take up swimming. Like, whatever it is for you, it has to have a gateway. You have to have a reason that it's enjoyable. And without that, you're screwed. You're not going to get anywhere. Think of it like you're training your palate, except your palate is just like it's like your movement palate, what you prefer. Once you train your palate to like taste for the deliciousness, kind of like drinking wine. Like, first you drink wine and you're like, I don't know, it tastes like wine, it's fine. And then once you like train your palate, all of a sudden there's all this like nuanced stuff and you're like, oh my God, I love this part about that thing and that part about this other thing. That happens with movement. You might say, wow, now that I've discovered the one way of moving that I like, now there's a whole world opened up, and I kind of want to try that thing. Maybe not as like my fitness routine, just as a fun thing I do. And maybe this thing over here, which once sounded crazy or terrible, it actually sounds kind of intriguing, because it kind of has like some crossover to this other thing I like. So all of a sudden, it all changes. In that way, I cannot encourage you enough to follow your heart and your pleasure and find stuff that works for you. Find stuff that makes you happy and is going to keep you coming back. Because if you don't keep going back, if you don't like it enough to keep going back, it's worthless. So go with something that like gets you kind of buzzed. You know, you're like, oh damn, yeah, I would do that again, and keep doing it again until it gets you curious about other stuff. And if it doesn't, fine, but I feel like it will. It usually does. Most of my clients have gotten in some gateway. I always try to make lifting be the gateway when they come in for personal training. I'm like, I will make you love this, not because I need you to love this, but because I need you to know how much love you can have for movement. And one of my favorite reasons to lose a client used to be if they found something they loved better. You know, I had a client go to like a full-time dance program. I was so pumped for her. I had a client take up, what was it, Muay Thai or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or something. And she just was like, yeah, like lifting weights was fine. It got me interested in moving. It got me interested in getting stronger. And then I found this other thing, I'm going to do it. Bye. I was like, yes, like that's what I'm talking about. I want to be that gateway for people. Because there's so much pleasure to be had in your body if you allow yourself to approach movement as something that's supposed to feel good and is totally an exploration, not a right answer. And just acknowledging that we all come at it for different reasons. And there's no real through line. I know it seems like there is because we all talk about it and we all love it, but there's not. And each person's reason for working out is as unique and individual as their preferences for the way they work out and, you know, their personalities. It's so unique and individual. So I hope that inspires you to let go of some of that judgment and explore it with fun and pleasure in mind and start hopefully finding your gateway.